Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jamie, Crafty DIY Guy, and guess what? I am back with more boho DIY projects. I bohoed some boho. So I wanted to go ahead and give boho another try, and I think I came up with some really cool stuff. So listen, before we get into those, if you're one of my long-term subscribers, one of my OGs, one of my friends that have been around with me for a while, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you being here. If you are one of my newer subscribers, welcome. What took you so long? But also really recently, yesterday actually, Dollar Tree shared one of my craft projects with you guys, and a lot of new subscribers joined on because of that. And I just want to say thank you guys for following me on Instagram. And for those of you that followed me here on YouTube, more of y'all followed me on Instagram, so go ahead and get on the YouTube train too, okay? But seriously, I try to put out a video a couple times a week if I can, and I'm really, really excited about these. So instead of rambling along, let's just get into the project. And I don't know if it goes that way or if it goes that way, but we're just gonna go. All right, everyone, for our first project, you are going to take 3 of these wooden utensils from Dollar Tree. You can pick any 3 that you like. It's totally up to you. For my paints, I'm going to be using the Waverly Antiquing Wax in brown, and then the black ink chalk paint, painter's tape, and a foam brush. First, we're going to go ahead and mark off our utensils where we want that kind of delineation between the stain and the paint. So I'm going to stain the lower half of my utensils using that antiquing wax from Waverly. And then I'm going to remove the painter's tape, or at least I'm going to try here. As you can see, it's being a little difficult. And once it finally does come off, then I am going to chalk paint the upper half of that utensil in that black or that ink color, which I absolutely love. It's probably my favorite. And this is what they look like when they are dried and hanging on the wall. Again, I think these are super cool, very modern. Obviously, you can't use these. These are for decoration purposes only. But again, how cool. And on to project number 2, we're going to use a Dollar Tree round mirror. You're not going to use a frame for this one, so you can put that aside. Also, we're going to use these round wood slices from Dollar Tree. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would craft wood? And then we're also going to use a scrap piece of cardboard here. I'm taking this plate because it's a little bit larger than that mirror, and I'm just going to trace when I find a pen. I'm using my finger here to kind of show you guys, and then we're going to cut it. So now I actually found my pen, and I'm going through, and I'm going to just draw a line. Of course, I found a black pen, which always works really good on a black surface. So I'm just going to go ahead and just trace a lot, as you can see around this. And then I successfully cut out my circle. And then it's time to go ahead and take your cardboard mirror and just glue that right down to that black circle that you've got there, because that is going to give you some extra frame for the mirror that we're going to do. So just take your mirror, kind of center it with your, or I was going to say you could center it with your eyeballs, but just eyeball it and center it. And then after it's dry, we are going to go ahead and just start painting that cardboard. You want that to be black just so it doesn't show through. And then go ahead and pick out some of your wood pieces. And you'll notice that some of them have some bark pieces that are kind of loose. So just kind of, pull those off of there and then start gluing. So for this one, I am going to glue some larger flat pieces all the way around the outside of the mirror. And then I decided that I wanted to add some of these other kind of twig looking pieces. So I grabbed a bag of these also. And I am just going to kind of go around the circle and just kind of start filling this in. There's no rhyme or reason to this. This is supposed to be very just kind of organic. It's not supposed to be balanced. It's not supposed to be very fluid. It's just supposed to be fun. And then once everything was dry, I just added a few more pieces on the outside, and this is what it looked like when it was done. I love this. And for our last project, you are going to take one of these wire trash cans from Dollar Tree, also 1 to 2 packets of this white nylon rope, and then I also grabbed 2 of these rag rugs. First, take your rag rugs, each one of them, and you're going to fold them in half, and then you're just going to cut them in half. Then you'll notice that they're still a little bit too long for your trash can. So I'm going to cut each half long ways in half again, like so.
So this will actually give me some extra strips that I can use later on for another project, which I'm always happy about doing. So once I've got my, I guess it's now a quarter, I am going to use a lot of hot glue. Just kind of goes with the territory for this project. Definitely get a finger protector or two. You're going to need them. So you're going to put a generous amount of hot glue kind of down right along that fringe line. You're going to put your trash can right on top of there, and then you're going to grab your finger protector and you are going to smear that glue all around and literally start gluing this directly to the trash can, kind of like so. And then you're going to start to wrap this all around, and you're going to do this only at that top portion for right now. And then you'll grab a little bit of the second piece to just kind of cover up what you can't cover with that first half, and just kind of join them together like so, and just repeat that process of a lot of glue, gluing everything down to the top of that trash can, kind of like so. Next, you're going to take your poly rope and you're going to start gluing this down to the base of your trash can. Now, I'm starting kind of a little ways, as you can see, kind of, it's not quite midway, because I'm going to be covering up that rough edge, and you're kind of doing that on purpose. Now, I will say for my particular project, I ended up using about 1.5 bundles of rope. So it really just depends on where you cut your rag rug fabric. So as you can see, I am just gluing every once in a while, and just gluing that rug or that rope right down to the rug itself, wrapping, going all the way around and wrapping until I get to the bottom of the trash can like so. Wanted my basket to have a finished inside as well, so I took one of the other rag rugs that was left over and the other pieces and just started replicating what I did on the outside, and now gluing it all to the inside of this basket as well. Afterward, I took my fringy pieces and just started gluing them forward like so, just so they would hang nicely, and then I took an extra piece of the fabric and created handles for either side of my basket. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. You could use it as a magazine rack next to your favorite chair, or you could use it for a plant next to your television, or you could just have a really cool basket. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Take care.